FS1 College Football is presented by Hampton by Hilton for the stay. Bob Stoops and Toby Keith in the house.
Who's the opening act for who in that twosome?
Yeah, who's going to get the
in
bigger
Norman,
round of
Oklahoma?
applause, right?
That'll be a Stoops all night long.
It was great. Right before we were about ready to come on camera and do our open, Bob Stoops popped his head and we said, "Hey, you want to come and do our open with us?" And he said, "You know what?
I'm busy." Yeah, okay.
We got places to be. It is
I wouldn't hang out with us either.
No, he had much better option, no doubt. Nice and toasty, 90 degrees, a lot of wind coming from south to north, right to left, end zone to end zone. Oklahoma won the toss, deferred to the second half. So Iowa State will get the football first. Jalen Knoll, who we talked about as one of the great receivers for the Cyclones, back to receive. Zach Schmidt ready to kick it away for Oklahoma. Off we go from Norman. And a touchback, and Rocco Becht, freshman quarterback, takes the Cyclones out on the field. Big win last week against Oklahoma State, 34-27. Becht threw for over 300 yards and 3 scores.
Yeah, the best thing he did is down to the bottom there, 3 touchdowns, no picks, took care of the rock. The most impressive part about this guy, he's young, he's a freshman, he's had bad routes, he's had drops, he's had missed protection, he's taken care of the ball and improved each week. That is hard to do as a young puppy.
2 tight ends set, couple of receivers, bottom of the formation. They put Knoll in motion. Becht throws it away. Looked like he was going for Eli Sanders. A lot of pressure in the backfield. Bothroyd was back there. Starters for the Cyclones.
That's an offensive unit. Hufford, just like you and me, a 600-pound squat, a 400-pound bench press. He's their best guy, that left guard. And Jaden Higgins, he might pop open today. There's going to be so much attention on Jalen Knoll, so much attention on this quarterback. Look for him to be a difference maker.
Higgins had just 1 catch last week against the Cowboys, 13 on the season with a couple of scores. This first possession for Iowa State, this first quarter for the Cyclones, so important.
Quads into the boundary, 4 to the boundary.
Bottled up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. This Oklahoma defense has been stifling, Mark.
They have been awesome. You look at that, it's 8.5 points per game. That is correct. Ethan Downs is a disruptive, persistent guy. Danny Stutzman, he probably made a tackle while I'm reading his name right there. Just a world beater inside, big, long, strong. And then Key Lawrence on the back end. They lit up talking about his improvement and his ascension.
3rd and 9 with 80,000 strong in Norman. Becht moves the pocket, trying to throw for the first down. It's intercepted. Billy Bowman on the pick, going to the far sideline. Pick 6 for the Sooners.
Dream start for the Norman faithful. Iowa State trying to get their young quarterback off to a bright start, and Billy Bowman had different ideas.
Second interception of the season for Bowman. This defense is playing at a whole new level with a bunch of new players too. They have gelled so quickly for Brent Venables and company. A 44-yard pick 6 for Bowman. And their offense hasn't even touched the football. Schmidt on the point after to make it 7-0 Sooners. Let's take a look. What'd you like here, Coach?
Well, Billy Bowman might be their best defender on. We talked about how talented this team is. Rocco Becht just a little bit late. That ball has to be out early, right? They saw Jaden Higgins on the route, and then a great job. Key Lawrence says, "Hey, I'll take it to the house. I'll take it to the house." He eyes it down, Just not enough finish over the top. You see the athleticism, the awareness to stay inbounds, put the ball away, run to the wide side. Touchdown. Sooners dream start.
For Iowa State, you got to make your adjustments in a hurry. Offense going to be back on the field. Gained just 1 yard on that possession.
Yeah, you can see what they were trying to do. 2 out of the 3 snaps, they were in unbalanced formations, trying to make. Brent Venables has a very complicated defense, trying to break some rules. Right there, he's going, hey, Billy, do that again. Pick it off, run it back. You like that.
Not even a minute gone by, 7-0 Oklahoma. Null back to receive again. And another touchback. Let's check out tonight's Stay in the Game, sponsored by Hampton by Hilton for the stay. And fittingly for Iowa State, it's stay in the game.
Yeah, Coach Campbell told us, hey, we got to weather the early storm. You got Toby Keith, you got Bob Stoops, and that wasn't it right there. Now how can they respond? And OU on offense, our athletes' speed in space is where Jeff Levy and company want to be.
One of the things about this defense, too, for Oklahoma, so many new pieces, 32 new players, 9 transfers just on that side of the football. As you see, Matt Campbell, 8th season in Ames. It's out there, this stretch that feels a lot like the beginning of his career at Iowa State. A lot of young talent around him as Beck slings it out to the outside to Abu Sama. Key Lawrence in on the stop. Going backwards on the first play. Brent Venables, the head coach at Oklahoma in year number 2, of course, was a great defensive coordinator, associate head coach here for a long time, goes to Clemson, comes back to become the head man. Really difficult season last year. Year number 2 has gone exceedingly well. Second and 12 for Iowa State. Back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, lots of room to run. Out near the 40-yard line, and a flag comes in. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and we'll check on the flag.
Rocco Beck, you're going through all the million things that can happen blitz-wise right there, just a vanilla 4-man rush.
The play is the first down. Sideline warning, Oklahoma sideline. This is a warning only, no yardage.
That won't be the first or the last for those guys, but take a look from Rocco Beck's viewpoint. Steps up, nice protection, nice pocket. They match it up. He replaces that linebacker. First down, Cyclones.
Beck on the season with 45 rushing yards, coming in with a score. Runs more to find some openings in the passing game as opposed to just being a true runner.
That was him right there. Right? Exactly.
Handoff to Norton. Slips through a tackle. He's got the outside. And into Sooner territory. Big gain on first down for Cartavius Norton. Only rushed it 2 times last week. Came out with a stinger. He gets 20.
He's banged up. It doesn't look like it to me. Great job on the edge. Setting that edge from Gabe Burkle, the tight end. The pullers out in front. Cartavius doing his thing.
Norton again, this time wrapped up in the backfield. Another tackle for loss. Ethan Downs on the stop.
And Iowa State, the ones here going Oklahoma style, going no huddle. That again is another kind of tool in offensive coordinator Nate Shieldhouse's tool belt against this complicated defense. Throw some tempo. And now you change it up. You've seen a ton of motion. You've seen a ton of unbalance to this point.
And Matt Campbell talked a lot about trying to stay ahead of Brent Venables. How do you stay ahead of his defense?
Yeah, not 2nd and 13.
Carson Hansen in the backfield for the Cyclones. Line of motion. Sling it to the outside. And a sure tackle. Gentry Williams for another loss.
I can't imagine what OU's practices are like. These receivers are elite blockers on Oklahoma, and watch Gentry Williams just run through it. You got to go back to your buddy and say, sorry, next time.
It's his 4th tackle for loss on the season. 3rd and 18 back in Iowa State territory at the 49. Clock winding down. Beck gets it. A lot of pressure. Down the middle. It's caught. The Cyclones respond. It's Jalen Noel to the house. 51 yards on the pitch and catch. Beck to Noel. It's the crowd.
Great response. You talk about weathering the storm. Watch the protection first and foremost. 4-man rush. He has great pocket, great timing. Jalen Noel untouched to the end zone. He's the number 2 receiver there. A little version of a seam post. Right across the face of Billy Bowman. Great answer from those Cyclones.
Kick is up and good. Rocco Beck, after throwing a pick 6, throws a TD of his own to Jalen Noel. His 2nd touchdown in as many weeks. Cyclones, Sooners.
Oklahoma number 3 will be wearing number 66.
Wild day here in Norman. 7-7 our game. And Oklahoma's offense has yet to touch the football. Good scoring drive. Saw the legs from Rocco Beck, and then the arm on the pitch and catch to Noel. Shackford kicks it away. And no return for Oklahoma. And for the first time today, Coach, we'll see Dylan Gabriel. His defense has already given him 7 points, but now we get to see this high-octane offense go to work.
Yeah, be ready. This would be good for America. A lot of you and less of me with this tempo. 12 touchdowns. We talked about earlier. 78% completion percentage. That's hard on air in practice. So impressive. He's tough. He's smart. Been with Jeff Lebby. There's really 6 years in this system.
Gabriel's got Marcus Major behind him, tailback. The Sooner offense has plenty of guys that they can use at the tailback position. Receivers have been awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Little trick. Gabriel to the outside. Catch made just outside the 40. Andrell Anthony, his first catch of the evening, and here we go.
A little alumni play there right off the bat. Great, well defended by the Cyclones.
Game 16 on first down, up the cut, right through the middle of the Cyclone defense. That's Major. Another first down for Oklahoma.
Well, Marcus Major, if Jeff Lebby gets his way, that'll be the first of 15 carries minimally tonight.
18 from Major, gets it again up the cut. And a flag comes in late. Big chunk on first down. Will it stay, though?
Holding, offense number 75. 10-yard penalty, enforcement previous spot, first down.
Get the left tackle, Walter Rouse, a transfer from Stanford. See the rest of the offense for Oklahoma.
Not the way he wants to get featured right off the bat, but that's all right. Troy Everett in there, 52. Still waiting on Savion Byrd to come all the way back. And then we talked about it in the open, seen it so far. Marcus Major, a weapon. They want to get him and Sawchuk is the goal to get 15 carries, help out that defensive side, and break turnovers.
Standard drop back to the outside. A perfect ball from Gabriel. Close to a first down. Austin Stogner on the catch, his 4th catch of the season. This is a perfect ball.
Yeah, just a corner route. Eyeballs to Major, opens up that window. Good tempo on that ball from Dylan Gabriel.
Late substitution coming in for Iowa State. Crowd doesn't like it. Perfectly legal. J.R. Singleton running on late for Orange.
Yeah, they may not sub, but they may have not subbed, but when they go to their bench, to the sideline, they'll hold them up.
Major again right through the gut. A first down for Oklahoma. Freeler on the stop.
It's almost unfair. You know, Coach Venables is going to be very committed to get Coach Lebby to be committed to this run game. It just opens up everything in this system if you've got this hammer.
Major again tries the right side. Short gain on first down. Give him 3. Jeremiah Cooper on the stop.
Sawchuk now coming in here for Marcus Major, their first substitution at tailback tonight.
Sawchuk did not play against Cincinnati last week. 10 carries on the season. Second and 7 for the Sooners. Sawchuk gets it right side. The short game brings up 3rd down.
You see that chess game right there between offensive coordinator Jeff Levy of OU and veteran defensive coordinator John Haycock of Iowa State. He changes the play, I change the defense.
Gabriel sets up, goes across the middle, brought down. That was Stoops on the catch. Freeler with the sure tackle. The far side looks like they are short. It's going to be 4th down.
Stogner ran a shallow and rubbed off the defender to open up Stoops, but just short. Oh, now they're up top. They're moving the chains.
They just moved the chains. Venables getting in the line judge here. And now
they're going to try. Yeah, Coach, you saw Coach Venables say reset the play clock. So she was communicating that to our referee, Steve Barron. And in the meantime, Matt Campbell took a timeout.
Maybe Matt Campbell wants to give the replay official a little bit more time to think about it.
Yeah, that was initially marked well short. The first down. Then it kept going further and further down the field. We'll have to take a look.
See where Stoops makes this catch. I mean, he makes the catch right there at about the 19.
Yeah.
He does not have the 18-yard line.
Yeah, not close from that angle. That's where the top official had that ball marked initially. Yes, Coach Campbell's making his claim, saying, "Hey, see that big video board up there?" Taking his time out gives him definitely, plenty of time.
So what's interesting is that on the Iowa State side, they have gone 1st and 10, but on the Oklahoma side, they're still 4th down. The marker still says 4th down.
Is challenging the ruling of the field of a 1st down.
It's a smart challenge from Matt Campbell.
Yeah.
See, even the yardage markers on either side of the field just can't get on the same page.
They're conflicted right now.
So 7-7 game. Big call here. Let's bring in Dean Blandino out in Los Angeles. Dean, what do you got?
Yeah, we're looking to see. Obviously, there was some confusion as to whether it was a 1st down or not. The correct spot, in my opinion, is the 19. They look like the sticks at the top had the 18 as the line to gain, and that is the correct line to gain. The 1st down play was at the 28, so they needed to get to the 18. They did not make the 18. This should be 4th down.
You see Matt Campbell just very stoic. Brent Venables. It's a big call. I mean, they're taking another look at it. We've seen it 3 or 4 times. If anything, maybe the 18.5-yard line.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, 18.5, but definitely Matt Campbell's going to win this challenge, and it's going to be 4th down. Now you flip it over to Coach Venables. You got 7-7, a little house money on 4th and short. You've been running the ball really well with Marcus Major and company to start things off with.
Well, Coach, the original ruling on the field was 4th down.
Yeah, that's what was weird is the line judge and the linesmen were communicating.
And then the ball just kept creeping forward and forward.
That's one of the hardest spots, I would imagine, as an official, too, coming from behind it, trying to help the person across the field from him. That's why they have replay, and that's why we have Dean.
That's right. Here comes a big challenge as the officials are still chatting with our replay officials. Brad Van Vark is our replay official up in the booth. Stephen Barron, our referee down on the field. Great tackle by Freeler.
That was.
Making sure Stoops, who's such a great third down receiver, didn't get anything.
After further review, it was determined that the runner did not make the line to gain. The ball will be placed at the 18.5-yard line. It will be 4th down from that spot. Iowa State will not be charged a timeout and will have a challenge remaining for the rest of the game.
So they'll move it back a half a yard. We had seen Zach Schmidt getting loose, the kicker, but it looks like Oklahoma's going to go and try and get a half a yard.
Well, in the end, we ended up in the right spot. Got the timeout back, winning the challenge, got the right spot. We could trust the near sideline all night long.
Oklahoma is 4 for 5 on 4th down this year.
Watch this, 80%. No calculator on that.
That's really good. That's good math on your part. You double the 4 and double the 5 and 8 tenths. Man, so much. Here we go, 4th and 1. Stoops in motion. Major gets it. There was contact in the backfield, and they will move the sticks. Freeler had the first stop.
Freeler can't believe it. He was in the backfield, and he is right. He didn't have the line to gain initially, Marcus Major, but no doubt powered his way through. 1st and 10 and a big-time conversion.
In warp speed, Dylan Gabriel now on 1st and 10. All day to run. Gabriel falling his blockers down at the 2-yard line. Tripped up by Jeremiah Cooper to save a touchdown from now. 15 yards on the game. Gabriel, left side, touchdown Sooners. 3rd rushing touchdown of the year for Dylan Gabriel. Impressive, man. 78%
on the year accuracy-wise, and then he does this. The awareness on 1st and 10, scramble down, setting up 1st and goal, and then physically finishing through Ben Nickel, who's starting in place of Malik Verdon.
Schmidt for the point after. Picked us up and good. 14-7, so the first time Oklahoma's offense touches the football, they score. They've got a touchdown lead over Iowa State. Gabriel finds the end zone. Get back guy for Oklahoma. Busy day today, that's for sure. 14-7 Sooners. 10-play drive, 75 yards. Had a big 4th down pickup on it as well. 11th scoring drive this season of 10 or more plays for the Sooners offense. They had just been a juggernaut in the first quarter this year too. Ben kicks for a 3rd time and yet another touchback. Oklahoma's defense just so stifling. They've allowed just 8.5 points a game. 2nd best in college football. Their kicker averages more points scored than their defense allows.
Yeah, that's the greatest stat of all. Schmidt, 9.5, defense 8.5.
Becht is back out there for a touchdown to Null in the last possession. Handoff inside. Sama past midfield and finally dragged down at the 35-yard line. Peyton Bowen saved a touchdown.
Another unbalanced formation, the jet sweep, a little eye candy with Knoll, and a great cut and vertical finish right there by Sama.
Had just 61 yards rushing on the season. That was good for 39 in one clip.
Yeah, you've seen all of them. Cortavius Norton, Eli Sanders, Sama. That's that developing weaponry we talked about earlier.
Sama still on the field. Listen, with the heat today, you're going to need as many bodies cycling in and out. Sama gets it again. Tries the right side and run down Tackle in space by Reggie Pearson.
Depth everywhere. Starter at Texas Tech, backup at OU. These guys can run and hit at every level. They're 3 deep at D-tackle. Kenny Stutzman on the second level, just the world's, tackle leader. And then you see Stutzman get on the action, sees that ball pop loose.
Stutzman has doubled and then some, the next best tackler for the Sooners defense. Back to the outside, look out. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver.
Peyton Bowen had some big eyes right there. Another talented freshman on this team. A 4-star elite safety. Coming out of Denton Guyer, the football factory.
It's a 3rd and 8. Kind of flirting with field goal range.
A little ode to Iowa State's defense here. They do a lot of stuff out of this 3-3-5 package on 3rd downs. Coach Venables and Coach Haycock have concocted a lot of things throughout the years. Heads up.
Beck's able to escape one and completes it, good for a 1st down. Dimitri Stanley on the catch. What a great job by Beck.
That is so good. This is what I was talking about. This guy takes shots, unblocked pressure coming from the outside. He's aware of it, sheds him, makes him miss. Great job keeping his poise, keeping his eyes downfield, and finding Stanley.
It's Kendall Dolby that had that 3 sack available, but Beck able to slip out of it, got 10 yards on that 3rd and 8. To Stanley again, little stutter step and out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Close to another 1st down for Iowa State.
Nice job, great design again. Make Stutzman run. They play about 30-plus guys on defense. He's tasting a lot of that time. You've seen him sideline to sideline, wear him down, wear him out. You've seen a little body blow action. You've seen the chunk play action on the passing game to Knoll. Another good drive.
Sanders in the backfield. First down for Iowa State. Just outside the 10-yard line.
He saw Dylan Gabriel do it himself. He said, I'm going to try that.
Following the big blockers. Grant Schreiber, the right guard. It's an offensive line that has done a better job this year.
Woody Washington and Knoll up top. One-on-one right now in this defense. They'll show you a lot of false looks here on defense. Try to show you 2 safeties, play single safety, and vice versa.
Back to pass. Going to the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Trying to get the tight end, Ben Bramer.
Yeah, Ben Bramer's a weapon. They love this guy. He's shown flashes. You got a 6'7" tight end and Knoll outside. That's basically a throwaway right there by Beck.
Well, Iowa State does not get into the red zone very often. Just 7 red zone opportunities. 5 touchdowns. They've missed a couple of field goals in this area. 2nd and 10 can still get a 1st down.
That's going to be a penalty.
And Beck able to get the middle, but there was way too much movement from the Cyclones offense.
Yeah, got to reset. If you have two men in motion at once, got to reset right before the snap for a count. They definitely were not. Illegal shift on the offense.
Illegal shift, offense, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So you see that motion right there, and he gets set, and now you got the tailback and the receiver, Norton and Knoll in motion simultaneously. Higgins and Norton. Coach Campbell said, that's not how we do that one up.
2nd and 15 from the Oklahoma 17.
Single up top again.
Clots in motion, handoff inside. Arusama brought down by Desan McCullough, no gain.
Desan McCullough is a stud, another young guy in for the injured Justin Harrington, who had season-ending surgery. Watch one coming off the edge, unblocked. Got to fan that front side and lose to the inside linebacker. But that's the ability of a guy that's 6'5", 220 to get in the backfield and cover.
Hansen lines up in the backfield, back to pass. And too tall for Hansen, the intended receiver. Pearson was there in coverage. Brings up 4th and 15. The field goal unit comes out. Get the points when you can.
Coach Venables has to love, had some pressure. They brought some pressure. They got some pressure with a 4-man rush right there. Just sped up Rocco Becht. But again, tip the cap to Becht. You kick a field goal here. That's a win if you're Iowa State. Do you need touchdowns to beat this offense? For sure. But that's better than a turnover, better than hold it and get strip sacked.
35-yard attempt for Contreras. And he's good. Sooners with a 14-10 lead. Parents Weekend here in Norman on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Well done spreading the love right there. Get everybody's quarterback involved.
It's good when you got a bunch of alums up in the NFL, right? So unreturnable, Jaleel Farooq out past the 25-yard line, and Oklahoma on their first drive on offense. There were some real key plays that helped them get their touchdown.
Yeah, here's the opening play of the game, a little flea flicker. Good decision by Dillon Gabriel to bring it down. Here's the 4th down conversion by Major. And then Dillon Gabriel says, hey, I'll do the rest, guys. You've done enough to this point. Setting up my own touchdown run.
3 touchdown rushes this year for Gabriel to go along with his 12 through the air. Remember, Oklahoma got a defensive score on the first possession, a pick 6 from Billy Bowman. Into the outside. Lots of room. That's Sawchuk. Close to a first down. Picked up 7 on first down.
So good to have competition in that running back room to have some established leaders in Major and Sawchuk.
Stoops in motion. So much time and a perfect strike to the outside as he hits Nick Anderson right in midfield.
Just a little post stop. Great route up top. Get a clear inside, post and stop right there. On time, in rhythm, dime.
Gabriel steps up to the outside. Again, was trying to hit Anderson, incomplete. Miles Purchase on the coverage.
We won't look at the replay because we're going fast, but right there, Sawchuk missed on his protection. Gabriel had to step up and get rid of that just a hair sooner than he wanted.
Sawchuk, who did not play last week against Cincinnati, gets the ball up the middle, runs into a slew of Cyclones. Joey Peterson in on the mix. Also Dominique Orange. Gain of 2, so 3rd and 8 for the Sooners.
Bringing in Tawi Walker. 34 packs for 176 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. A dynamic guy back there, smaller than the other guys.
Good in the receiving game as well. 5 catches on the season. Gabriel to the outside. It's too easy. Pitch and catch to Jaleel Farooq. First down, Oklahoma.
He's playing for each other right there. Nick Anderson and Farooq. Earlier, we saw Farooq clear it, and Anderson was a beneficiary right there. Flipped it out. Farooq with 3rd down conversion.
Gabriel's only missed on 1 throw so far. All day to throw to the end zone. Touchdown. Nick Anderson, his 5th score of the season.
Starts with the protection. Three-man rush right here by Iowa State. Going to have to start bringing pressure because this is what this guy will do. He will dice you up. Beautifully cleared out. TJ Tampa, the backside corner, was the only guy that could be involved. Well designed, better execution.
In a busy first quarter, 21 points in the opening quarter for Oklahoma. A defense. 21-10, the sun setting on this Saturday in Norman. 26 seconds to go in the first quarter. 6 plays, 75 yards on the drive mark, and the Sooners love scoring quickly.
9th touchdown this season. Scored in 2 minutes or less. Love it. You to throw that guy around. You go sit in the shade under your little canopy. Life is good.
A touchback for Schmidt. Well, for Iowa State, after they picked up a victory against Oklahoma State.
Yes.
I mean, this is the best promotion ever, right?
Genius.
From these
Absolute
guys.
genius. Iowa pork producers, genius.
Purchase more ham and bacon. It is the best I've ever seen.
What, who do they add? They got to add some more people to that. They got to get in there somehow.
They got to get Zach Lovett in there. You go. Love it.
Yep. Did they get bacon for life and money?
They should. Bacon, pulled pork, ham spread. Becht in trouble. Able to get it out of his hands. Was trying to go for Klotz. 2nd and 10 for the Cyclones. Feels like Becht has had a Sooner in his lap on every drop back.
Yeah, and it's been a different one every time. They're rotating through, just like we had talked about with Coach Venables. Wants to get at least 30 guys in there in the, quote, regular rotation. That is amazing to even think about.
Back to the outside. Good catch, and it'll bring up 3rd down and short. Dimitri Stanley with another grab. That's his 3rd catch.
Testing Key Lawrence. He said, hey, Billy Bowman got one early. We both got one last week. These guys, man, are very, very impressive. Show you one thing, play another, and tackle sideline to sideline everywhere. We'll see more in the second quarter.
Start the second quarter. Iowa State on 3rd down, 2 for 4 so far. Catch is made. Nothing but daylight. Jaden Higgins. Touchdown, Iowa State. 67 yards to the house.
Yes, sir. Rocco Becht is living right. Brent Venables triple teams this guy. Watch this, a little option route, start off, bring it inside, in rhythm, and he is gone. Talked about Jalen Noel, paid that off earlier. An excellent execution. Rocco Becht living dangerously and successfully right there.
The place where he threw that football, the only place he could have fit that football in. He had 3 guys on him. Higgins, 67-yard touchdown. Watch this blanket coverage, a perfect pass.
Right at the top of his drop, I saw Stripling drop out of it. And you see Williams and Bowman run into each other. That's how they drew that one up. That's amazing. Becht says, never a doubt.
Oklahoma,
never a doubt.
Will be wearing number 66.
For Higgins, his 3rd touchdown of the season.
Big response, man. Big response. 21-10. This place is lighting up a little bit. Quiet now.
Iowa State's hanging in there. Every time that Oklahoma has punched, the Cyclones have punched back. For Iowa State, their longest play of the season. And listen, this is an Oklahoma defense that does not give up big plays either.
Yeah, we've seen multiple, the run, the pass. That's just 2 straight drop back passes. Gone. Coach Venables cannot believe it.
So that graphic with 20 first half points allowed. Not 20 points at all. 17 of the first half here to Iowa State on the first play of the second quarter. Well, I think if you've got a seatbelt, fasten it. We might be here for a while.
Let's go. Let's play.
Kind of a response as the Oklahoma offense have. Iowa State has not had a stop yet.
It's be interesting here if Coach Venables has talked to offensive coordinator Jeff Lebby and said, hey, pound it a little bit here. Pound it. Give us a little break. Get some time of possession. Get some more of that run game going.
Major in the backfield. Major gets it on first down. Slips through one and then brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Jeremiah Cooper on the stop. Cooper's been everywhere.
Yeah, these guys, you know, John Haycock's defense coordinator from Iowa State, those safeties have to tackle. We've seen Tampa, Cooper, Freeler, nickel in the backfield.
Major over to the sideline. Sawchuk checks in. Major was not looking very comfortable on his way to the Oklahoma sideline. So 2nd and 10. Dylan Gabriel under center. Back to pass. Goes deep. Underthrown. The catch is made at the 20-yard line.
Oh, Rocco Beck got away with one right there. Dylan Gabriel got away with one. Hit the top here, drop. Watch this. Let it go. Right there. Gone. Ball should be gone. It's late, but early and short. Nobody can make a play on the ball except my guy.
Brennan Thompson for 54 yards. Threw it into double coverage. Hit the brakes, let him fly right by.
Again, never a doubt. Quarterback's best friend there, a little underthrown ball. We were talking about Cooper and Freeler. Hard sell, play action. They're run defenders. Dylan Gabriel, again, never a doubt at the quarterback position.
I'd say the theme of the first quarter and then some is the big play. Both teams. Gabriel to the middle and too tall, threw it off the upright. Trying to get it to Farooq. Coverage by Purchase from the Cyclones.
Purchase doing a little work for the Iowa pork producers again, right?
It's 3rd and 7.
Steve's lost his footing there. Both his defender and himself slipped up top.
Stoops goes in motion. He's a big-time 3rd down target. As he threw it, and it's incomplete. Almost an interception for Iowa State. Jeremiah Cooper got his hand in there.
Dylan Gabriel hit as he's throwing here. The ball just misses late and inside. And great effort by Drake Stoops. Man, that guy does so many little things great. Right there, you got to switch sides of the ball and rip it out. Not let that be a pick for Cooper.
36-yard field goal attempt for Zach Schmidt. He's 4 for 4. This would be a season-long. Play clock was winding down, and
he was going to call one.
Timeout from Oklahoma.
They switched groups. That allows Iowa State, unless it's a game-ending field goal situation, to match
Oklahoma
personnel.
has called their first timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Well, every weekday, catch the most fearless voice in sports. It's Colin Cowherd, along with co-host Jason McIntyre, for a bold, unique, and outspoken perspective on the day's biggest stories. The Herd, weekdays at noon Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Big play of this drive to Brennan Thompson. It's his first catch of the season. What a time to do it.
It's a good way to start it off. A little chunk in front of the Norman faithful.
So far, Iowa State is hanging in there with Oklahoma. Again, 36 yards for Schmidt. No good. Pulled it to the left. His first miss of the season, a big stand for the Cyclones. Oklahoma defense totally reshaped under Brent Venables in year number 2. All of the transfers, Bob Roy from Wake Forest, Ford from Oklahoma State, Jacob Lacey coming from Notre Dame, DeJoun Terry, big man up front from Tennessee, Reggie Pearson, we called his name a ton, from Texas Tech, and even Deshaun McCullough from Indiana. All difference makers for this defense for Brent Venables.
Yeah, I thought he was very forthright. I said, hey, man, I'm a defensive guy. I got to get this right first. My side of the ball, my passion. And, wow, have they done that to date.
So much depth as Becht is going to get wrapped up. And for just the second time this season, a sack has been allowed by Iowa State.
And a party at the quarterback, right, when you talk about the defensive effort. There's Stutzman coming. Rolling back inside. It looks like Downs and Stutzman might combine for that one. Tommy from Coach Venables.
Second and long. Give me the right side. Abu-Sama. First down, Cyclones. He's had some big holes to run through so far tonight.
Just a version of a sweep with that jet sweep counter action and a ton of room to that edge for Sama. You see Kennick getting him on the ground.
What a catch in space. That was Higgins. If he's able to keep his footing, he's going to run for a long time. Picks up 11. Look at the hands from Higgins.
Good job resetting his stem. You see him push back vertical, come flat. There was a defender underneath that, so Becht had to tool it around him. Great grips from Jaden Higgins.
Second catch for Higgins. He had the long touchdown reception, 67 yards on the last drive. Listen, this Iowa State offense came out pretty slow, had to pick 6. They've done nothing but score in their last 3 possessions. They're on the move right now after a missed field goal. On the left side over the guard, it's Eli Sanders with plenty of space for a first down.
Nice run from Sanders. It looked like he was going to bounce it, right? That's what speed guys want to do. You got a puller, a guard, and Dean coming right there. Great job getting back vertical. Shocker, Stutzman's back on the tackle. It's good to see Kennick out there if you're a Sooner fan, 7, after seeing him go down at the end of the Cincinnati game. Great to see him back healthy.
Good pull from the right guard, Grant Treiber. Springing Sanders free. Oklahoma territory, Sanders right side. Down another first down. Boy, chunk after chunk for the Cyclones.
Nice job on the perimeter, the receivers, and Dean again. He did the dirty work now on the perimeter. That former D lineman right there loving it. You see Stanley, Dean trying to take 2, and Sanders doing the rest. Oh, I love that. That's a 2-for-1. That's a happy hour block right there. You block 2 guys with 1. Nice job, Stanley.
Bring your coupons.
2 beverages. They're, you know, could be soda, Dr. Pepper, etc.
Becht trying to get the corner. And he's wrapped up by Billy Bowman. Bowman saved another big gain. That's the first play of this drive that hasn't gone for 10 or more yards.
What a disappointing 4-yard gain. Nice job again. You got 2 pullers. They're coming back to this theme. That time it's Hufford and Dean, a version of a counter with a guard and a tight end. Bowman saves the day. And the formation of the boundary, setting everybody up top, getting the defense set.
Higgins' way. Coverage was good from Gentry Williams.
Right there, those 2 guys jogging back, talking to each other. Higgins, 6'4", Gentry Williams, 6 foot. That time, Gentry Williams, great coverage, wise throwaway from Becht. Got exactly what they wanted in terms of the one-on-one. Better coverage by Gentry Williams.
3 for 5 on 3rd down for the Cyclones. From the Oklahoma 30. Becht tries it again. Incomplete. Looking for Daniel Jackson, who had a couple of touchdowns last week. Looked like he had space.
Yes, he had. He had a shot at this one. You're going to see him split the boundary safety right there with Noel on the inside, Jackson on the outside. Just missed him. Gentry Williams flipping signs, and Becht can't believe it.
Long field goal try from Contreras. 48-yard attempt. As long this year is 56.
That right there is Matt Campbell, your head coach, saying, hey, Matt, believe in your eyes. Believe in your eyes. Believe in everything you're seeing.
Contreras with the wind at his back. Kick is good. So the missed field goal for Oklahoma turns into 3 for Iowa State. Oh, well, then and now, Oklahoma, such a great tradition at this university football program. National championships, conference championships. Bob Stoops in the house today.
Still looking great.
Might look better now than he did when he was the coach. A little less stressed.
Less stressful, yeah. Yeah, he's in a little bit better spirits.
Bob Stoops, between the first and second quarter, being awarded the Dodd Trophy. National champion in 2000. Won the Big 12 championship 10 different times. Two-time National Coach of the Year.
And a great dude.
Oh, yeah. And maybe the best visor game in the sport ever. From the 25-yard line, Gabriel slings it to the outside. Good blocking out in front. Farooq on the catch.
There's little athletes in space. Coach Levy told us, the offensive coordinator from OU, that's a good example. That 3-on-2 to start things off. 2nd and 2 for the Sooners.
Gabriel got around one and then shuffles forward for first down. Jack Sadowski was in pursuit.
Yeah, the crowd was reacting to Major getting tackled in the backfield, but Dylan Gabriel gave him a little magic show.
Pressure to the outside, well blocked to the outside, catch by Gavin Freeman. Another first down for Oklahoma.
They just did a great job on the perimeter. Both these teams battling. Watch right here, we've got Farooq, we've got Anthony. That's awesome. You gotta reward him the next time out. That guy, you do such a great job. You deserve to get the rock.
Trips to the top of the formation, handoff Major, short gain on first down, just across the 50-yard line. Will McLaughlin tripped him up. A lot of tempo from Oklahoma. Here they go again. Going deep. Defender fell down. Got a flag down. Jamison Patton was the one in coverage for Iowa State.
Yeah, let's take a look whether it's offensive pass interference from Farooq. That's a twinner. You see Patton.
Pass interference. Defense number 21. That penalty is a tie. Is on the play as a first down.
He's battling back, grabbing the jersey, grabbing the shin. Turns into a let him play anyways. Farooq will take the and one and set up first and goal. Great effort.
Another big play for Oklahoma. 10 of 13 for Gabriel, already over 225 yards through the air.
They said they're going to take their shots outside, and we see it. Speed in space with the bubble game and the shots.
Flags fly.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Cade Matayer, the right guard, transfer from Cal. He's a big dude, 6'4", 315.
Just on different pages there. You saw him go talk with Dylan Gabriel. They were on different snap counts.
Just a little flinch.
Little flinch. 316, when it's a little flinch, it's a lot of flinch.
Gabriel has already got a rushing score tonight, and he's got another. Fourth rushing touchdown of the season for Dylan Gabriel. Too easy and supremely blocked.
So strong. QB counter. Bacon almost makes the ankle tackle. And the big boys in front leading the way. Touchdown number 2 on the ground for Gabriel.
Two on the ground, 1 through the air for Dylan Gabriel. Oklahoma with a good response. Up by 8 at home in Norman.
Back in Norman, a great execution on the old quarterback counter. You're going to see these 4 offensive players just down block, and then the pullers coming from, as we view it, left to right. You got Matoyer and Guyton. Matoyer does all the work, but great patience right here by Dylan Gabriel. One of the hardest things is to give time for those big boys in front of you. Guyton, a little escort to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Guyton was looking for somebody.
Yeah, he was the head on a swivel. Bacon just slipped.
Fair catch called for by Null. Well, our quarterbacks have had pretty good nights so far. Rocco Becht, Dylan Gabriel, 50% for Becht. A couple of passing touchdowns. They throw the pick 6. Gabriel only 3 incompletions. Thrown for 1, run for 2.
Just as advertised by both guys, and Rocco Becht's recovery and his ability to bounce back from that early pick 6 in this atmosphere will pay that kid dividends down the road.
4 straight possessions that have been scoring drives following that pick 6 on the opening drive for Iowa State. So from their own 25-yard line.
I don't know if he was set there.
Flag comes out. Null with a catch just short of the 50-yard line. We will check.
I think it's going to be an illegal shift. Another chunk play. Great execution, but as that first player stepped up and got set, he has to, again, get set for a count, then start the motion.
Illegal shift. Offense. Not all 11 players are set prior to the snap. First 5-yard penalty. First down.
Second time we've seen that from the offense.
Yeah, this one much closer to the real thing. But watch 49 and 6 get reset right there. Got to wait for that. And again, that's a young quarterback on the road. See your guy, Steve-O, Klotz 49, get set, then send it in motion. Another on the to-do list to teach for Matt Campbell.
Wipes out a 22-yard gain. Handed off. Nope. Peg pass. Oh, my gosh. Right through the hands. They were looking for Blake Smith. Check that. Daniel Jackson. Jackson was wide open.
Gotta give credit. Rocco Becht again. Just looking down the barrel of this entire defense. You got to make that catch. Daniel Jackson catch it with your eyes. His eyes are on that defender out in front of him. 2nd and 15.
Big missed opportunity. Again, the penalty wiped out 22 yards. Jackson had a ton of room to run after the catch. Back with pressure, throws it away. Looking for Easton Dean. 3rd and a mile for Iowa State.
It's really the best possible reaction right there from Becht. Pressure right in his face this time to run the right side. You've got Kinnick coming off the edge of Dolby. Good throwaway. Give your guy, your big guy, a shot or play 3rd down.
They had a 6 on 3rd down so far for the Cyclones. More pressure. Becht got rid of it. Incomplete. Somehow avoided the sack. Tried to get it to Stanley, but a ton of pressure
They're lined in a little double A-gap pressure. They bring it, drop out both ends, and then a little bonus. You see 12 Key Lawrence. Oh, that is so hard to pick up. But that's really good reaction from Becht. Another guy, at least he's giving his guy a chance. That's the first time we've seen Laulu involved. And a big stop to set up their offense.
First punt, and it's blocked. And back into the back of the end zone. Oh, my.
Oh, my goodness.
They get 2 points. Could have easily been 6.
Yeah. This is one, if you win, this is funny. You learn from it, obviously, but oh my gosh. Put your pinkies together. There.
There's Peyton Bowen from the outside.
Bowen unaccounted for. Great job on the block. Now just under control. That Trace Ford, that's a D lineman, the Oklahoma State transfer. He's having flashbacks for playing for Oklahoma State right there. Just kind of rake that into the end zone, and one of your guys is going to recover it for a touchdown.
Every Sooner put their hands up on the side of their heads, just like that. So again, you get points out of it. Bowen looked like he blocked that with his thighs.
Yeah, he almost took it from him before he kicked it.
So a pick 6, a block punt for a safety, and that's the look that we saw from a lot of the Sooners on that play. Again, at least they get a couple of points out of it. It's not a touchback, it's a safety.
Yeah, you saw some of the Iowa State players signaling touchback, but that's not the case. No possession. If you would have had possession and fumbled through the end zone, that would have been a touchback.
And now Oklahoma State's offense gets the football again. Freeman and Bunkley Shelton to receive the free kick. Bunkley Shelton.
Got a shot here. Ooh, great play.
Flag comes out right around the 31-yard line. Good return for Bunkley Shelton. Mendezoon knocked him out of bounds.
Do you think his real name is 55? LV Bunkley Shelton.
Roman numerals.
That's sick.
Thorson down for Iowa State.
Sideline warning on the Oklahoma sideline. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of, or will be taken from the end of the run. First down.
Second sideline punting of the game. First one was a warning. Second one cost you yardage.
Coach Venables says, I've never been known to be one guy off the sideline.
Check out the injury on Thorson. Ouch. Helped off the field as we speak. Having a hard time putting any weight on that right leg. After the play, looks like Williams getting into it. Desant McCullough.
Spreading a little pre-holiday cheer there.
Very early. Well, if you like offense, this is the place to be, even though we talked all about Oklahoma's defense. Five offensive touchdowns. We've seen 2 field goals, 1 missed field goal, a safety, and a pick 6.
For friends who are interested, apparently we've already gone over.
Okay. Oh,
That's cheap.
it's going to be a face mask. Onyedem got in there and nearly took the helmet off of Major.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 11, 15 yards. forcing the previous spot. First down.
You see Onyena coming in, being blocked by Matoyer and doing everything he can to stop Marcus Major. And a no doubt 15-yard penalty right there. And Freeler's in the backfield again.
Freeler has been all over that backfield. Great defensively for Iowa State. They're looking for a stop. Gabriel back to pass. All kinds of time. Easy for Farooq. Another catch.
Just great execution by a veteran guy, 6th year in the system. Turns the protection the other day, other direction, gets it cleaned up, and plays catch with Jaleel Farooq.
Get to Major. Close to a first down. Mark him a little short.
Going fast.
Hey, Donnie, you see 12 coming inside?
Major again, bottled up. And Iowa State holds strong. A loss of 1 for Major. Dominique Orange, the first man to get his paws on him.
And as hard as this is for Sooner fans, they knew this coming in. This defense can still stop the run. They are still stout as heck. Back-to-back tempo plays right into the teeth of that defense. Sets up a 4th and 2.
It's a defense that's been in the top 3 in scoring defense over the last 6 seasons in the conference.
Showing a little double-A pressure of their own.
4th and 2. There's Dylan Gabriel. He's already run for 2 scores, picks up a big first down there, talking a little trash on his way back.
Just a little zone read, rots the edge up top. You see one accountant for the back, in that case Cooper, and Furchess has Gabriel does the rest.
Gabriel, and it's dropped. Stonger, the intended receiver.
See the referee, Steve Barron, step in there and talk to Dylan Gabriel. I think it was about that. He's a feisty dude, man, a competitive, tough, just fights you for every inch. And he occasionally likes to let you know about it. It's usually in good fun, in the spirit of the game. He's just so shocked he now has 4 incompletions on the night.
Pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 for Oklahoma.
Singleton was in the mix on the pressure, and then Ezeagu with the tip. They had, you see Drake Stoops right there coming into your picture on the RPO.
They had to wait to substitute, and it's going to be a false start.
And I think Matt Campbell is going to get a timeout before the false start amidst the pandemonium. They were trying to sub, got caught.
Prior to the snap, Iowa State called timeout, their first of the half. 30-second timeout.
Oklahoma catches a break. How about this line change that Iowa State tried to pull
This is
off?
in the coach's manual right here. If there's 37 guys on the field, call timeout. Right there, you see it on the bottom of the screen. The false start from Farooq. But the center judge was not over the ball stopping play. That means there was no offensive substitution. So it was fair game.
Brings up a big 3rd and 10. Gabriel ran for the last first down. Previous 3rd down play, 4th down play, as a matter of fact. Oklahoma up by 10, 3:45 to go in this first half. Sawchucky in the backfield with Gabriel. Stoops in motion. Gabriel flushed out. Goes across his body. Incomplete. flag. TJ Tampa on the coverage. Knocked it out of the hands of Gabriel Anthony.
TJ Tampa is seasoned. He can cover, competitive. Gabriel going against the grain. Well, taking a shot. You see him coming all the way from top, trying to get underneath it.
Such
rips
a great
out the
play.
Yeah.
Such a great play by Tampa.
That is best on best right there, man. Anthony on Tampa.
46-yard try. Schmidt missed the last one. That one's good. From 46, his long of the season. Oklahoma gets points on the board. A busy day in college football. A lot of offense today. Iowa State's done a good job possessing the football, but Oklahoma doesn't need much time to get themselves going. Going to get a flag on the kickoff. Schmidt. Well, this has been a rivalry
Kick
that
out of bounds. Kicking team number 34. The ball we placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Been totally dominated by Oklahoma. But listen, Iowa State's had some success against them here in the past. Of course, big upset on this field in 2017. How about that winning percentage of almost 91% if you round up? Oregon and Idaho, Ohio State, Minnesota on that list. But Oklahoma, 79, 7, and 2 all time. And Venables is 4-0. I should say 8-0 lifetime as a coordinator against Iowa State. Give up the middle. Abu Sama just able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Halton on the stop. Iowa State with 3 minutes to go in this second quarter. Oklahoma gets the football out of the half. Really important to get something on the board for Iowa State on this drive. Get the Sama up the middle, big gain. Third and very manageable. 8 yards on that carry.
Great cut there, pressing it. Watch him set his shoulder pads this way and then cut it back. Nice job cutting it back, running through. That's rare footage right there. Running through the tackle of Danny Stutzman.
Iowa State has had some success on the ground. 123 yards on the ground so far for the Cyclones. 3rd and 2. Becht. Intercepted again. Gentry Williams with the interception. A little bit of pressure from Will Stutzman. Second pick of the game for Becht.
They're trying to move the pocket, have 2 tight ends to that front side. Now stay inside right there. Got to stay inside. You've done such a good job of throwing those balls away. Don't run around your pressure. Creates a little pain from Danny Stutzman. Worse yet, turn it over, giving Dylan Gabriel the ball. 2 minutes and 2 timeouts. The crimson loving it, the red and yellow, not so much.
They get the ball just over 2 minutes to go, and they'll get the ball coming out of the half. Gabriel, backward lateral pass to Stoops, who stays on his feet inside the 30-yard line.
Going fast here, obviously in 2-minute mode, and their normal deal, but backward pass, everybody can be downfield, everybody can be blocking, and giving that dude the ball in space. So good with the ball in his hands, even better without the ball in his hands, and that's a huge call.
Gabriel finds Stoops again, inside move, just outside the 20-yard line.
Great patience right there by Stoops, just presenting himself on the option route, and they're back on it.
Gain of 8, Major has it. First down, clock will stop as he reset the chains under 2 minutes.
Body blow, speed in space. Body blow, speed in space here. Nice rhythm offensively for OU.
9 carries, 36 yards for Major, as long as 18. Empty backfield. Gabriel all day. He's going to run it. Now throws back in the end zone. Great play by Tampa. Got his hand in there to prevent a touchdown.
Man, he missed Nick Anderson. He'll rue this one in film tomorrow. Has all the time in the world, 3-man rush, and I think he just counted on him getting double teamed. And a good throw. Watch for it. Working over the top. There's nothing back there but the top of the letters and touchdowns. A rare miss from number 8.
12 out of 19 for Gabriel for 244. Major up the gut. Nice tackle. Ben Nickel on the stop. Gain of 4 for Major, brings up 3rd down.
How about the little matador action right there in the hole? Unblocked defender, Olay, and gets something.
Timeout called by Iowa State.
Iowa State has called their second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Oklahoma up 13 thanks to Dylan Gabriel. Check out tonight's Good Hands Playmaker. It's sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. How about the big play capability of Dylan Gabriel? He has thrown some bombs tonight.
Yeah, that one was wide open. Great design and finish. This one a little underthrown here, but great adjustment by Thompson coming back and get it. Gabriel so good, and this OU program in such good hands with Dylan Gabriel.
Last year, year number 1 in a new system, trying to learn his way after the transfer from UCF. Year number 2, it's like he's been here for 10 years. 12 catches so far for Oklahoma receivers.
Free.
Get a free play. It's incomplete. All kinds of laundry on the field.
Yeah, so definitely a offside led to the free play, and then probably either a hold or, as Dre Stoops said, their pass interference, whichever version they call there. Looked like he was getting held. Great job by offense coordinator Jeff Levy with the veteran Dylan Gabriel. Hard count it. They're dialed up to stop him on 3rd down in the red zone. Great time for that hard count. There's the 2 defenders in the neutral zone, so there's the free play.
There are 2 fouls on the defense. Offside, defense number 52, that penalty is declined. Holding, defense number 5, that penalty will be enforced. Automatic 1st down.
Hopefully that doesn't affect Miles' purchase and the Iowa pork producers, but you got to stop Drake Stoops, and that's one way to do it.
Yeah. First and 10, 28 seconds to go. Still 2 timeouts for Oklahoma. Remember, they get the ball coming out of the half 2, make it a 2-for-1. There are a lot of Sooners on the field right now.
Now Iowa State can match this. 3 on the play clock. And now OU will have to take a timeout. Venables down the sideline. It does.
Oklahoma has called their second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
A little confusion on just some of the getting the play right. And listen, busy day in college football. USC holding off Colorado late out in Boulder. Kentucky with an upset victory over Florida. Georgia survives Auburn late. And Texas, the big win at home against Kansas.
They really like that burn orange around here, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like Oklahoma's.
That fan is not focused. It's not. There's no horns this week.
No,
right?
not this week.
It's not a cyclone upside down.
Nope, not this week. Red River rivalry coming up next week. 119th meeting between the two schools.
We got the numbers for QB run.
Pressure and brought down. That is love it. Just the 4th sack allowed by this Oklahoma offensive line.
The Mike Backer watch 0 right there.
Oklahoma has called the third
It
and final
was a
timeout.
QB run. He was going to step up there, great patience, and Lovett says, I've seen enough.
Well, if it wasn't Lovett, Onyedem was right there too. 2nd and goal, last time out used by Oklahoma. If Iowa State can come up with a stop, I'd say that's huge momentum moving forward.
Huge. You know, for Coach Venables right here, you go, man, we'll score a touchdown right here. Start off the second half, get the ball back, another touchdown, back it up. Right, that's the mindset. Attack, Dylan Gabriel, and all the weapons. That would be a monumental stop for both sides by Iowa State.
Felt like Oklahoma last week against Cincinnati. The score should have been a little bit more cattywampus than it was, right?
Yes, by the technical definition of cattywampus. Dylan Gabriel had the fumble. Don't want to bring that up again for the OU fans, but today the execution has been so much better.
He said they got to get going. Play clock was at 1. Gabriel flushed out. Gabriel to the corner. Incomplete. Flag down around the 5-yard line.
I think it's going to be Guyton downfield, maybe a 60 downfield when that ball was thrown.
Holding defense.
No.
Well, half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Another free first down for Oklahoma's offense. Sooners get it to 6.
Yeah, at the end of the play, Guyton was definitely downfield, but he must have been within the 3-yard barrier. That was a big man 5 yards down the field. But another first down via penalty for the Sooners. Now 16 ticks.
Now Iowa State will use their final timeout as Oklahoma came out with 5 wides.
Iowa State has called the third and final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Let's check out tonight's fan cam. It's sponsored by Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Fans have been out all day. 6 o'clock start. You know they shoot those shotguns off every 5 minutes, about 3 hours before the opening kickoff.
Yeah, they've been having a good time here since yesterday. And that wasn't all Coke Zero. Might be mixing with some Coke Zero.
Toby Keith, Bob Stoops is here today. Dialed in. First and goal from the 6. 16 ticks in this first half. Gabriel with an end zone incomplete, trying to get it to Stoops, and another flag. Miles Purchase again.
Got Purchase on Stoops, having a little one-on-one battle this entire drive, and Purchase can't believe it.
He's going after some of the students.
Holding defense, number 5. The ball we placed at the 2-yard line, 2nd down.
He was pretty aggressive with his incomplete. You get him for a flag.
Little option out again, coming out of the backfield, tries to cross his face.
Correction, the foul was
And a
pass
little
interference.
left
Defense
hook
number
right
5.
there
The
by
ball we
5.
placed at the 2-yard line, 1st down.
It's
So
another.
not holding, pass interference. Give him an extra couple of yards.
That's the versatility of Stoops. Little option right out of the backfield.
It's caught there, Stoops. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Dylan Gabriel just rifled this one to Drake Stoops. Both Freeler in coverage. They were bound and determined to get a touchdown for 12. Watch it come left to right. Freeler just in a trail position right off the bat. Just great speed and urgency right there in this part of the route. Freeler knows he's cooked. And Toby Keith may have just placed a little action on that previous picture we saw. Liking it, loving it.
Another score for Gabriel. He's got 2 through the air, 2 on the ground. Had the pick 6.
Touchdown is under further review.
We're going to take another look at it. One foot in with control. Catch, foot. Does that ball jostle at all? So he's got a pretty good grip on it.
Yeah, I've seen nothing to this point. Our audio people dialed in there.
Is the ball moving at all right there?
It can move like that as long as he gets his left hand back under it. That's not a loss of possession. But when in doubt, what do?
We go to Dean Blandino in Los Angeles. Dean, what do you got?
This looks good. You can see Stoops is going to get control. He has the right foot down. They're probably just checking to see if he maintains control when he goes to the ground. It looks like he does. This ruling on the field, I'd love to hear it confirmed. We don't hear too many of those, but they might just go stands to be on the safe side.
Yeah, from this angle, it looks weird. You can see, watch his, it's his left arm. His left arm right there goes down.
On the field of a touchdown is confirmed.
There you go, Dino.
Confirmed.
The official's request granted.
For Drake Stoops, it's his 4th score of the season. He had 6 catches for 45 yards. Such a great 3rd down receiver. He's in that Wes Welker, Danny Amendola category. I mean, Hunter Renfrow. Great possession receiver. Oklahoma doubling up Iowa State. Oklahoma talked about last year how they had a little hesitancy on offense the first year under Jeff Levy. This year, full throttle.
Yeah, 40 points at halftime against this defense is amazing. But you got the tools, you got the trigger man. The addition of the receivers, Andrell Anthony, and then just the growth of Stoops, Farooq, Nick Anderson. And then a quarterback's best friend, the run game.
Short kick and fair caught by Null. Oklahoma's going to get the football again out of halftime. Don't forget, State Farm halftime report is coming up. Mike Hill, Chris Peterson, Bruce Feldman are in LA. Highlights from around the country, including SC holding off Coach Prime and the Buffs. For Gabriel, 13 out of 20 for 246. He has hit 7 different receivers for Oklahoma. Beck will take a knee, and that will take us to the half. 40-20 Sooners. Let's take you out to Mike Hill, Chris Peterson, Bruce Feldman. They're standing by out in LA. State Farm halftime show. Lots to talk about. Take time out here in Oklahoma. For this defense of the Oklahoma Sooners, Oklahoma's going to have the football coming out of halftime. Hi again, everybody. With Coach Mark Helfrich, Jeff Levering with you. We are recalibrated with fried pies and everything. And speaking of big plays with the fried pies,
how about greasy fingers?
I know. Dylan Gabriel, no greasy fingers on all of his big plays so far.
So impressive. I mean, every aspect of what they talked about, his toughness, we knew about his precision, but these deep threats, they've done it in every aspect of their team. Bowman started off with a pick six on the first drive, another pick. That set up a field goal. And then Trace Ford, this might be the only bad thing of the night. This should be a touchdown on special teams. They only ended up getting a safety and then a wide open down Broadway to Anderson. Scoops on the back end line. All Boomer Sooner, 40-20 at half.
This game was 21-20 at one point. Oklahoma has gone on a 19-0 run. Off we go for half number 2. Oklahoma's going to bring it out. That's Farooq. And he gets out to the 15-yard line. Time for tonight's team comparison. It's sponsored by T-Mobile. It's better over here. Well, the rush yards going for Iowa State. Pass yards big time in the favor of Oklahoma. You see the big plays. Listen, Iowa State has done a good job hanging in there, but Oklahoma's just too big, too strong, too fast.
Yeah, exactly. I was wrong there. It's two turnovers turned into touchdowns after the multiple pass interference down there, but Dylan Gabriel loving it in his least efficient game thus far at 13 of 20.
78% coming into the game. Gabriel out to throw it. Here's Stoops at the 30-yard line, and off we go again with his Sooner offense.
Interesting here to see them operate. I would anticipate coming out full throttle, all tempo, do their thing.
4 catches for Stoops on the night with a touchdown. Hand off to Majors, right side. Slips through one, slips through two, and a third. Finally brought down at the 45-yard line. Tyler Onyedem finally brought him down. Pick up 14 for Major. Great
design right here. You got everybody going one way. It's basically a jet sweep from the backfield. Well done for Marcus Major.
Well up in the air and right through the hands of a couple of different Cyclones. Nickel was in on the deflection initially.
And watch 12. Everybody on defense they're having a party at Drake Stoops right here. Tipped up in the air and very fortunate that does not end up in the hands of a Cyclone.
Stoops a little shaken up, had to head to the sidelines. 2nd and 10 for Oklahoma. Gabriel to the outside, catch good. Gavin Freeman stays on his feet, and another first down for Oklahoma.
He's replacing that same route Stoops did earlier. This little 5-yard hitch off the RPO. Great execution.
2 catches for Freeman. Into the belly of Major. Major behind the line of scrimmage, brought down.
And now goes to Marcus Major. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Patton on the stop for Iowa State.
Trent Jones, 89. You see him in the backfield. Great effort setting the edge and bumping that to limit that to no gain.
Late substitution. Singleton heads off. Orange in there at the nose.
Taking his time, much to the chagrin of that Sooner crowd.
Back to pass. Gabriel had a hit on him. Carson Willich on the pressure. 3rd and 10.
You see him right at him again. I think that's probably Sawchuk, 27. He realized it right there at the last second. My fault. And then had Anderson on the double move up top, and that's a wideout. You're like, man, I do all this work to get one-on-one. The back got to help us in protection. It takes everybody.
Sooners just 1 for 5 on 3rd down. 3rd and 10 out to the outside of the flat, and a nice tackle made. Jack Sadowski, the freshman, brings up 4th and 5.
staying on the field here. Sadowski's helping us out, telling us fourth down. Communicate to everybody, hey, fourth down, knockdown. On the back end, everybody's aware of the situation.
Oklahoma has yet to punt tonight. We've only seen one punt in the game. They got blocked.
Another 4-by-1 set. Making the count clear to the quarterback.
Gabriel, pocket collapsing. Gabriel caught. Slipping tackles. Gibson. Touchdown. Jaden Gibson, his second touchdown of the year. That was all effort at the end.
Unbelievable effort to finish the deal. A total team effort. But watch this dime from Dylan Gabriel. Absolutely threaded the needle. Gets a little late pressure. You see his eyes focused downfield. Sees Gibson and just fits it over the top of Gary Vaughn underneath it. And then Gibson does the rest.
First catch of the night for Gibson. 9 different receivers have a catch. 26 unanswered points for the Sooners. Gabriel hanging in the pocket and throwing dimes. Up and over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns for Gabriel through the air. FS1 College Football is presented by Hampton by Hilton for the stay. 26 unanswered points for Boomer Sooner. 47-20 over Iowa State. What kind of response do the Cyclones have in their first possession of the second half? We'll find out in a moment with Rocco back. Let's go inside the film room, though, Coach, with Oklahoma's defense. They're doing a lot of good stuff tonight.
Yeah, a lot of voodoo. A hard night for redshirt freshman Rocco Becht. We'll see what they're doing, changing it up. Here, Jason McCullough adding in, just becomes a 5-man rush. They give it into him. They don't recognize it up front. Tackle for loss. You see Williams following it up. Now here's the look. It appears to be a 6-man pressure. They'll do this a ton. They'll bring what shows like 6, end up dropping 1 out. A lot of times they'll play a 5-man basic defense, 2 deep, 3 under, 3 deep, 2 under. Just expect more voodoo as this game goes along to try to affect Becht.
About half the defense able to bring down Abu Sama. Game of 1. Sama's had a good day rushing the football. 68 yards on 8 carries.
I would be surprised if Coach Venables at halftime. I mean, 20 points allowed for them. Only 1 sack. The touchdowns off of the turnovers being the key to this. But he will not be happy with the performance thus far.
Pressure on Becht. Another short gain. Was able to get it out to Sanders out of the backfield. McCullough on the stop again.
The Indiana transfer gets 6'5", 220. That's on a tailback with a full head of steam. That's a sure tackle in space. Rewarded on the sideline.
Remember, this game was 21-20.
Showing some more voodoo.
Pressure Becht. In and out of the hands. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver, had a long touchdown reception early in the ball game. Becht just had so much pressure on him.
Yeah, got an unblocked defender right in his face. That's where Higgins, we've seen his ability to make that play earlier. You want to play quarterback, you got to throw guys like Laulu right in your face. And you got to split between Stutzman and Williams on the back end. Big stop by the Sooners.
It's the second punt of the game for Iowa State. This time a clean kick and a nice open field tackle. Darian Porter on the stop. Oklahoma back on offense when we return. Oklahoma Oklahoma's offense being led by Dillon Gabriel, doing everything tonight, Coach. Over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, plus 2 scores on the ground.
It's just been phenomenal. Again, it's been a team effort. The protection, the catches at times, coming back for the underthrow one. A little fight for that ball by Farooq. Finishing in the end zone on his feet. Touchdown on the back line to Stoops. And so it goes.
First down for the Sooners. Sling it out to the outside. Pickup of 8 yards on first down for Brennan Thompson. Had a touchdown earlier today. 300 yards through the air for an opponent against Iowa State. First time that's happened since 2021, a 19-game streak. To the outside, it's dropped. That was Thompson.
They just ran the exact same play and flipped it over. And we talked during the break about if they go back to just running the rock. And John Haycock, legendary defensive coordinator, joins a large group of 300-yard victims from Dillon Gabriel.
Just the tempo and all the weapons at his disposal now. Number 2 in the system. Gabriel runs. He's going to have a first down. Get him. Part of the tackle.
So difficult. Brent Venables is all for every bit of this. Quarterback run game, the +1 run game, as defensive coordinators call it. You just can't account for that quarterback power. First and 10.
Hand off to the outside. Tommy Walker picks up 5 on first down.
Interesting. He had 5 carries last week. They were committed to getting Major and Sawchuk going early in this one. Tommy Walker coming in as a 3rd down and a Swiss Army type back.
Walker tries the left side, bottled up. 3rd down and 4. I mean, look at what the running back room looks like for Oklahoma. You know, Walker and Major, Javante Barnes. Now Sawchuk starting to get involved a little bit more. It is so important to have those fresh legs.
Yeah, and you got to in this type of game right now because you want to run the football, not necessarily adding in Dillon Gabriel as a component to that. Who's going to be that guy? They think it's Marcus Major, and a steady diet of him and Sawchuk.
Switching up the play with 5 seconds on the play clock. Just able to get it away. Gabriel to the outside is Major for the catch and the first down.
Showing pressure there. Iowa State's defense throw to double-A pressure. And get to a little 5-out quick pass. And Major showing his versatility. Very smooth catching the football.
Senior team so versatile and trying to keep up with the speed of it as well. Gabriel going deep again, unable to catch up to it. Was looking for Farooq. Gabriel just laid it out there.
Yeah, couldn't quite finish. Took another shot. Hard sell play action pass. It's our guy Bacon getting to him, and he just can't get enough on it to get it to Farooq. Jontez Williams in decent coverage right there.
8th play of this drive. Get the Major, dropped in the backfield. There's Bacon eating all the pork.
Yes, he is. Iowa pork producers fired up about that one too. Just running through. It's predetermined pressure. Watch those inside linebackers. He's 50. Little twist action. That's how they create a 4-man front out of that 3-man alignment, 3 down, and then usually adding in that pace 50 the run stopper.
Gabriel, the pass got the middle, dropped as soon as the catch was made. There was Bacon again. 3 straight plays. Bacon's been in on it. And the punt team is going to come off for the first time for Oklahoma.
They're going to forget how to do this.
Josh Plaster, the punter, only 11 punts on the season. It's out of bounds. See where the official will mark it. Oklahoma forced the punt, but their offense firing on all cylinders today. Caleb Bacon had a nice defensive series that last time around. One would say that the Bacon was sizzling, huh, Coach?
That was a triple Bacon something. In on a hit on Gabriel, forcing the errant throw, tackle for loss. That time on Major, and then forcing the check down, zone drop, finishing the drive. Great effort. You know these guys, they will not stop competing with Matt Campbell and John Haycock.
First attempt from the 20-yard line for the Iowa State offense. See if they can answer after forcing the first punt of the game from Oklahoma. Back to pass. McCullough in his grill and incomplete. Trying to get it to Null. Null's been quiet since the first quarter. He had 2 catches, including a 51-yard touchdown. Hasn't had a reception since.
Yeah, Beck learned from that opening interception. Very similar route structure on that. He flattened that one out and kept it away from the defenders due to immediate pressure once again from Tasson McCullough. Number 1's coming in your backfield again.
Null in motion, he gets it. Man on man, and a great tackle in space by Reggie Pearson. Loss of 2.
Just a quality open field play on a receiver. Reggie Pearson in space, under control. A little slippage from Null, but you still got to get on the ground.
Grab anything you can to try and bring him down. We got flags that fly. Who initiated?
Like Trace Ford was in the neutral zone. And then the offensive lineman from Iowa State reacted.
Offside, defense number 30. Entered the neutral zone, causing a reaction from the offensive player. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
With Ford that made Miller jump.
I tried to stem their alignment. Yeah. He's like, hey, Laulu, let me see the ball.
3rd and a little shorter. Back sprints right. Floats it up. Caught. Higgins on the reception and a 1st down for the Cyclones.
Job, man, again, so impressive by Rocco Becht. The coverage, Gentry, Williams, you'll see 9 fall down at the bottom of the screen. Becht sees his 9. He says, I'll take that and convert.
Set the screen. It's Hansen. Hansen with blockers in front of him across midfield. Reggie Pearson on the stop. Hansen with his first catch of the day, good for 15 yards.
Just a 90s band, right? Hansen. Nice little design. Catching those Sooners in pass rush mode. 1st and 10 in business. 4 down from here on out for Iowa State. Situations.
To the outside, and Sanders didn't turn around. Ball was out. Pearson was in the neighborhood. Becht had to get rid of this one quick.
Yeah, watch 21 coming inside out. He's like in that limbo situation. Like, is he going to run by me? Oh my gosh, the ball's short. Watch his eyes right here. He's in that limbo. Sanders is running by him, and he's a speedster, but he doesn't know Beck's going to miss short.
Stutzman was in his grill.
Yeah, that can lead to a lot of issues for quarterbacks.
Pitch to the outside. Sanders, an ankle tackle. Jared Kanak. They were worried about him after the ball game against Cincinnati last week. Had to be checked into a hospital. Everything came out clean. Was on the team plane afterwards.
Yeah, that was great to hear. Did all the right things medically, and to have him on the team plane, that timing indicates everything was just check, check, check. Great to see him back at you. I guess not great if you're an Iowa State fan, because he's really good.
3rd and 8.
If that guy was playing for Kanak, it wouldn't be as good.
Especially because he's wearing a Colorado Avalanche shirt. Becht dropped on his side of the 50-yard line. Stutzman was there, and Stutzman a little slow to get up.
This is their Superman. You see 28 right over the center. Boniface can't even touch him. Runs over the top of it. And man, we hope he's okay. Very impossible. You want to get into that type of thought, but a lot of quarterbacks fall on that right shoulder like that. It can lead to separation issues, but hopefully it's fine.
Kick by Perkins.
Great job coming up and getting that ball, saving about 20 yards off that bounce.
Oklahoma back on offense. Dylan Gabe. Look at these guys, youngsters. You got a freshman there, maybe, and that's what you do as a senior. That's called college experience, folks. To the outside, it's Marcus Major on the catch. Someone on the Oklahoma sideline not very pleased. Gain of 5 on 1st down.
Yeah, they really want to get it outside. He's correct.
Curious what was happening. Handed off to Major. Bottled up, short game, brings up another 3rd down. Jeremiah Cooper on the stop. Major now with 15 carries. That's what Jeff Levy was talking about. Get him 15. Try and get Sawchuk involved. Sawchuk on the field right now.
He must have saw that number and jogged him off the field. Got Sawchuk back in. They've run that a couple times. That little, again, it's basically jet sweep from a stationary position in the backfield. Well defended that time, setting up 3rd down.
Taking their time on this possession. Sawchuk in motion. They get it to him to the outside. Well blocked. Needed to slip a tackle and did. Got by the arms of Nickel. And it's a 1st down for Oklahoma.
Just great ball placement. That's the only reason this is a conversion. This has to be right there to allow him to square up, make him miss, as you said. 1st down, Sooners bleed the clock.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter that has been dominated by Oklahoma. Stoops in motion. Give to Sawchuk. Bottled up. Patton in on the stop. Cleaned it up. The initial hit by Sadowski.
Singleton, great job right there. 58, resetting the line of scrimmage, allowing Sadowski to run over the top of it.
John Haycock and Matt Campbell talked so glowingly about their freshman linebacker, Jack Sadowski.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, you can see it.
It's one thing to be ready physically to play big-time college football. It's another thing to be mentally ready. Sadowski was both. Gabriel over to throw, and it's intercepted. Cyclones get a turnover. Jeremiah Cooper with the pick. It's his 4th of the season.
See Dylan Gabriel talking to Farooq. A little miscommunication on probably the route depth. See, it's basically a press out right there, and he's got to flatten that off in front of him. He's counting on Farooq to cross that in front of Cooper right there, trusting it, and Cooper just runs the end of that route for him. Again, great effort by this defense getting that stop. Gabriel's telling him to stop, break it off. solve it on the sideline.
Can Iowa State turn it into points? 1:21 to go in the third quarter on the plus side of the field. Becht with pressure on him. Catch is incomplete. Ben Bramer got his paw on it, but out of bounds as he made the catch.
Yeah, they came in tonight only giving up 1 sack. And this is a lot of the reason why. Becht just has a feel for it, has to get it out late. And as you said, just over the outstretched long hands of Bramer, 6'7", 240. Foot clearing on the line, but still a little style points right there for Bramer going forward. Becht just not able to rip that off and flatten it out and put it on him.
Pressure dumping off. Easton Dean on the catch and picks up 5.
So you want to be a quarterback, another little 5-yard gain and take another shot. Free hitter right down Broadway's Jordan Kelly. Decleats it.
He has been in Becht's face in each of the last 2 plays. 3rd and 5. Becht to the outside, incomplete. Try to hit Knoll. And a little extra after the play as well. Trying to get the freshman Adepuju Adibawore out of the way.
That was epic pronunciation right there. Jacob Lacey showing a little leadership. The Notre Dame transfer getting his guy out after the missed throw from Becht, setting it 4th and 5.
Gotta go at this point.
3 and 4.
Becht to Knoll. He's gonna be short. Kendall Dolby with the tackle, and Oklahoma forces the 4th down, and Oklahoma takes over on offense.
Down here, run a little rub concept. The ball's just on his back shoulder. That's another one, the difference between that ball to, it was that Sawchuk in the flat, or in the bubble, it was perfect. That makes him stop, has no chance to get the 1st down, and would have been difficult to get there anyway in his defense.
Knoll with 4 catches, needed 1 more yard and couldn't get it. So Dylan Gabriel and the Sooners take over again. Give to Sawchuk up the middle, met and dropped. There's Bacon again.
Probably bleed this down and take the quarter. Bacon representing again, and this defense competing their tails off against a high octane attack.
He's had a great 3rd quarter.
Timeout.
1 more quarter to go. Full moon over Norman. Shut off all the lights and had the cell phone lights go. Man, what a cool atmosphere going into the 4th quarter. Oklahoma back on offense. 2nd down and 6. Gabriel going to take it himself. 1st down right at midfield.
Nice job protecting himself smart there. He had Andrel Anthony on the outside on a comeback route with depth for the 1st down, but ensures a 1st down and keeps it moving.
To the outside, it's Major. Tripped up. Give him 5 on 1st down. Anthony's been quiet today, just 1 catch for 16 yards. Farooq and Stoops, each with 4 catches, and Major with 4 catches out of the backfield.
Yeah, Iowa State defense coordinator John Haycock perked up about Andrel Anthony, just like, seriously, more weapons? This guy's so good.
The outside. It's Farooq and brought down. Nice tackle right near the first down marker. Miles Purchase on the stop. Outside, dropped right at the line of scrimmage.
TJ Tampa, great trigger, playing corner. They've run that play. That's the third time. They got a little mileage off the first time they ran it. Next to sign of a veteran defense or a veteran player stopping that for a loss the third time.
Tampa had the pass breakup in the end zone earlier in the game. Oklahoma using a little bit more clock. Still don't huddle. Brent Venables was talking to us yesterday about, hey, listen, it's okay if you want to huddle every now and again. Shot right at the end of that play, but the completion is good. Gibson on the catch. Had a score earlier in the game.
Little edge pressure from Willick, and he just shook it off and threw a strike.
Third and short. And off to Sawchuk, barrels his way for another Sooner first down.
Big old crease here on the automatic give run. Just a little inside zone with Stogner working the back block, 81. Linebackers react in a big void. First down.
The big boys up front deserve a lot of credit for Oklahoma. They've had a really good day. They have kept Dylan Gabriel awfully clean. Quick pass to the outside. Stoops. Met by Patton.
Love it. Drake Stoops on the perimeter. Now Gibson returning the favor and block. Now finish TJ Tampa. And a little truckage at the end on Patton. Hello. Dreads flying everywhere. I've never had that problem. Jealous. Just jealous.
Good head of hair right there on Patton. 2nd and 7. Majors got it near the 20-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 2. Just one sack tonight for Gabriel. 38 dropbacks, 7 knockdowns. There's 4 sacks allowed all season long by this Oklahoma offensive line. Majors scorched forward for another first down.
You just feel like one of these zones is going to pop. They keep probing that inside between Sawchuk and Major. The O-line kind of wearing them down. So much more depth on this OU defense than on this Iowa State defense.
Just amazing looking at the depth chart for that Oklahoma defense. They're 3 deep at each position. And that's not an exaggeration.
Right, yeah. And they play them. That's the important part. It's one thing to talk about or say, yeah, we have it, but they play.
Good problem to have. Gabriel on the outside. It's Major again. Bottling that football and then driven out of bounds by Bacon. And Coach Venables was talking to us yesterday about, hey, listen, last year, when we take a look at this catch from Major. Where is it? Oh, I got it.
That's impressive, man. Yeah, stepped out of bounds there. Took a shot late.
Coach Venables was talking to us about last year they lacked competitive depth at most positions. They don't have that at issue anymore.
Yeah, they've done a great job by whatever the new word is, player acquisition, as far as the transfer portal. Talked about earlier, got a guy from Oklahoma State, from Tech, Notre Dame, Wake Forest, all across the country, and they've recruited well. And then the magic part of it is the chemistry. It's been competitive depth. It's been competitive in practice. Instead of, you know, infighting and, oh, we're bringing in this guy to replace me, it's, hey, let's battle, play the best guy, and rotate.
Gives each player an opportunity to get better. The way Venables is rotating players in. Everybody's going to get a chance to play. There's another flag. Gibson, the intended receiver. Nickel was in coverage.
Yeah, it was an excellent coverage. It'll either be a hold or PI. Take your pick. No doubt about the left hand involved. Too much on the backside. See Gibson, Nickel in front of it. They're talking right now. It might have been tipped. Looked like the umpire and the center judge gave the old tip signal. If it is tipped, that will be waved off. Unless it's holding, then they'll keep the holding. They can have defensive pass interference on the tip.
See this ball. Yeah, Howard gets his hand on it.
Nice leaps. No doubt about it.
There is no foul for pass interference on the defense. The ball was tipped.
Steve Barron did not miss that call, and he did not miss arm day. Kind of ripped right there.
Yes, he is. Not quite Eddie Hockley, but he's close. It's a good stop for Iowa State. Force Oklahoma for a field goal. 30-yard attempt for Schmidt. Schmidt missed one earlier. 1 out of 2 today. This one is good, just inside that upright. 29 unanswered points for Oklahoma. They're up by 30. Well, Oklahoma has dominated every single conference that they have been a part of. Whatever the name of it is, they have dominated. Oklahoma and Iowa State, they have played a ton of times against one another. Oklahoma, we showed you the stat, winning 90% of those ball games, 79-7-2. And for Brent Venables, looks like he's going to get to 9-0 all time against Iowa State. Touchback, and Iowa State will get the football. Unless we're talking about how dominant the Sooners have been. 694 wins. Texas 621 over the last century. 47 conference championships. Nebraska's got 30. The 27-11 win seasons. They have 7 Heisman Trophy winners. Texas has 3. That's the next closest within the conference. I mean, it's just an unbelievable stretch. And every time you walk into this stadium, when you walk onto the sidewalk getting close to the stadium, you're reminded of the great tradition. Give it up the middle to Sanders, pushes his way forward for 7.
No, it's just awesome. We're talking to the living legend here. Just stopped by the booth a few minutes ago. Bob Stoops between drives. You know, yesterday we saw Coach Switzer, Coach Stoops, and Coach Venables' office. It's just, you know, this is hallowed ground.
You thought maybe for a moment, because you knew what was coming next week for Oklahoma, with Texas coming up, the Red River rivalry, would they overlook Iowa State? This was a good game. It was 21-20 at one point early in the second quarter. And then Oklahoma, this became Oklahoma again. Sanders for a first down. Eli Sanders having a nice day rushing the football.
Sanders has some great, just natural instincts. You see what they love about him so much. He said he's just an energizer bunny. His leadership, he's a focal leader. Sophomore, freshman with their top 3 running backs to go along with the redshirt freshman Rocco Becht. The future is bright in that backfield.
Even that big tight end, Bramer, a freshman.
Yeah.
A lot to be excited about with Iowa State and their offense. Sanders off to the right side, minimal gain, if any. Kari Vickers on the stop for Oklahoma. 7 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. I tell you, next week is going to be fun.
It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game. A neutral site game, one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and 2 very talented teams.
That as he threw, got rid of it, incomplete, was looking for Knoll. So next week, Red River rivalry, 119th matchup between the 2 teams. Playing it every year since 1929.
And oh, by the way, in the words of Coach Venables, in a year of inefficiency, you don't think they even think about that 49-11 defeat last year? All off-season, year round.
The outside catch made by Hansen. Yeah, that date's been circled for a while. That date is always circled for both Oklahoma and Texas. I think this one, it was in 2 different colors.
Yeah, impressive wins by both teams today. Texas getting it done at home against Kansas, avenging that 2-point conversion overtime miracle from 2 years ago, and playing very, very well. Again, a totally different team this year than last year. OU looking to show the same.
Gavin Freeman back to receive the punt. Good one, comes up on it, makes the catch, tackled. Take time out as Nickel came in on the stop. Back to Norman in a moment. Let's check out tonight's smoking player of the game. It's sponsored by Old Trapper. What's your beef? Dylan Gabriel more than likely done for the day. 10 different receivers catching passes today. Big plays, short plays, finesse, line drives. He was showing off the entire skill set.
Yeah, trucking dudes, whatever you need. Lacing it over the top to Stoops. That is a well-earned smoking player of the game.
The quarterback in there, the freshman Jackson Arnold. Arnold gives up the middle to Walker. And Walker slips 1 tackle. He's past the 20. Good gain on first down. Jackson Arnold, 13 out of 15 on the season. A couple of touchdowns. Gets in a Big 12 game.
Yeah, they've substituted a bunch with him as the hardball run game guy, but just an elite player, 5-star. Again, Denton Geyer, north of Dallas, a elite top 5 player in the country.
Trying to bleed all this clock. 2nd and 5 for Arnold. Pulls it out. He's going to run. And tripped up. Cooper Evil off the bench for Iowa State. Third down and 4.
A lot of clean white pants in there on the O-line, getting all those guys out. Interesting to see what ends up happening. Danny Stutzman, we saw him go out earlier under the tent. They need every play from him going forward.
Give to the outside. One man missed. Down the sideline. Walker cuts back to the middle of the field. There is a flag down at the 28-yard line, but a huge run from Walker. Will it stand? $60 yards on the gain. Maybe coming back.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense number 13. Ball will penalty will be forced 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 3rd down.
J.J. Hester, charged with the foul, wipes out a 60-yard gain.
Right there on the left side of the screen, hands outside on those numbers and not letting him go when he turns, just got to let him go. And Walker would have probably made him right if he would have let him go outside. Campbell having a talk with his stud, Bo Freeler.
Walker with a good run. Brent Venables going over to him, giving him a fist bump. Hey, man, great run. Sorry it doesn't count for you. 60 yards. Good for the tape, though.
Yeah, he was winded there at the end.
Sawchuk in the backfield, 3rd and 9. Arnold brought down just at the 20-yard line. Iziagu on the tackle. Timeout used by Iowa State, trying to... A rare punt from Oklahoma.
Let him go.
Yourself.
Good Oklahoma roll, settles down at the 36-yard line. 43-yard punt. All smiles on that Oklahoma sideline tonight. Oklahoma pitching a shutout in the second half, and Iowa State is going to go to their backup quarterback, J.J. Cole. Not too much time left, just 3:26. Cole 6'7", 250 out of Iowa. Dad was a kicker at Iowa State in the mid-90s. Hand off to the outside. Carson Hansen, a good gain on 1st down.
Nice little drive starter. We'll see what J.J. Cole's got to offer. 4-star guy. He was a good player in high school. His dad, Jamie, had the Cole's kicking camps. That's a big-time deal for kickers everywhere.
Cole 4 for 5 passing this year with just 3 yards. Hey, Becht, pretty good game today, all things considered. He had a ton of pressure on him, made some really big throws in the first half. In the second half, Oklahoma's defense just put their talents around this Iowa State offense.
Ton to be proud of, a ton to learn from. Made, you know, starting from the very first pick 6, that response to that is epic, and then just forced that second pick to the sideline. But so much growth. This guy has, this has been every game. You know, they've had some tough battles, but he has been pretty much rock solid all year long.
It's going to be a good one for the Cyclones. Cole's going to run it. Cole leaps over one. He's to the 45-yard line. He's 2 yards short, but showing some of his athletic abilities.
Like a 6'7", looked like a high jumper, and then turned into a hurdle. This, I pulled something watching this. Oh, that's impressive. Spears Jennings under it. Some of the great body language of any coach in the world. We haven't seen him track anything running down the sideline tonight.
No, not yet.
Yeah, there's still time.
And are we going to get a timeout? Yep, timeout Iowa State. Campbell didn't like what he saw, so he calls timeout.
Iowa State has called their second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
So 30-second timeout. Take a look at what is coming up for Oklahoma. We've been talking about Texas. That is knocking on the doorstep next week. UCF after a bye week. Then they go to Lawrence to face Kansas, Oklahoma State November 4th, and then West Virginia on November the 11th.
Yeah, a lot has been made about this OU schedule in the offseason. They've done what they needed to do. They're going to be 5-0, getting ready to play Texas. This guy is ready to rock, making his opinion obvious.
He's going to make the road trip?
Oh, absolutely.
If
you're here with 1:45 left, seeing your team finish it out, you're taking it, making the trip.
4th and 2. Cole out to the right. Cole makes a move. He's got the first down and into Sooner territory.
Good job. Had the same 3-layer route. The second pick of the game that Becht had. Good decision there by Cole, pulling it down and just being 250 right there, chucking him. Picks up the first down.
Got 8 on the run. Cole. Under a minute and a half to play. Cole. Reception made. Greg Gaines, the wide receiver, on the catch. Iowa State, what they have to look forward to, they got a date with TCU next week. They'll be back in Ames, then at Cincinnati, at Baylor. And BYU coming up, big hit. Strong catch by Gaines.
Great location. Like the corner had triggered on that, but great reaction by Gaines. Going down and getting it.
Number 35. Pressure coming, set up the screen. Well, there's a lot of red shirts in the neighborhood, not just on the quarterback, but on the receiver as well. Ford was in there on the hit on Cole.
Good job dialing that. Trace Ford just coming off the edge. Got a collision. That guy just long enough for the quarterback to be able to get even a screen out at this point is difficult. But if you look at that Iowa State schedule, this team and the way they play defense, they're still figuring things out here for sure on offense. This game, you know, they'll flush this, and they're capable of winning every single game that they play from here on out.
This is just the 4th time since 2017 for Iowa State that they will have lost by more than 14 points. And this is a rare thing for this program to lose by 30, to lose by more than 2 scores. That kid, he's going to be a keeper for a long time.
No doubt. His best days are to come.
41 seconds left. 2nd and 12. Cole to pass. Cole flushed out. Got rid of it. Gabe Burkle on the catch. Some innovation there, a little shovel pass, huh?
There's a lot of man that has to go down at 6'7". Looked like he was able to keep his right knee up. We'll see this. Just a little bowling. I'm sure that looks like he's up. Great effort, great job competing through it.
Well, Cole brought down here, and that will be it for this one. 50-20, the final score. Oklahoma scores the last 29 points as they go to 5-0, and they look forward to Texas.
No doubt. Now all eyes can be on Texas. A complete team win. Great effort. 2 guys that respect each other a ton right there. Matt Campbell can be proud of his competitive spirit.
Once again, your final score, 50-20 here in Norman. For Mark Helfrich and our entire crew, I'm Jeff Lambert saying good night from Norman. Send you back to Los Angeles for more college football coverage.